Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be trying out the new Spectra A wired Power A Xbox controller. Now this is a Xbox controller with paddles, and today we're going to be doing a full review. So we're just going to be reviewing the controller first, and then we're going to get into some gameplay. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I also have just made a Discord recently, and I would mean a lot if you checked it out in the description below. So yeah, also we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed yet, then please I'm trying to hit 1,000 probably by the end of March, let's say. I know we can do it, guys, so keep subscribing, keep watching. Thank you, it means a lot. But without further ado, I think we should get straight into the video. I really hope you enjoy. Also, one last thing, I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, because this is my Christmas gift. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Peace. Yo guys, welcome back to another video. If you haven't heard by the intro already, we are going to be reviewing the new Spectra A Power A wired controller. This is an Xbox controller. It comes with 2 paddles on the back, LED lights, and yeah, it's overall really sturdy in my opinion. So let's get straight into the review of this controller. So I'm going to do this in 3 parts. So there's going to be what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what could be improved, and then just a conclusion. So, to get started, what I like about this controller. First of all, I really like the LED lights, obviously. I mean, it doesn't come on many controllers, and I know it's quite aesthetically pleasing. You can change them. I'll get onto the buttons in a minute, but you can basically change them however you want. There's about 5 different colors, I think. And yeah, that's one thing I like about it. Moving on, I think the controller is very sturdy. The buttons, very strong, easy to press. There's not much to say really. It's an Xbox controller. It gets the job done. Also, one more thing, it is very cheap. It's probably cheaper than an actual normal Xbox One controller. And I don't know how that works, but it does, because it has paddles on the back, so it's even better. I don't know where you could go wrong. After testing it for a couple of days, I'd say it's quite sturdy as well. So, I do like that fact about it. Okay, so now moving on to the buttons, okay? I do like these buttons. So, we've got the 2 pedals here, left and right. It comes with 2. They're quite easy to press. Nice little clicking noises. Very strong. And then we've also... Right, okay, so now moving on to the buttons. So, here we've got the programming button and the LED button. The program button you hold down for 3 seconds, and then you can program either of these paddles to any button. You simply hold it down and then press the button that you want for the paddle. Okay, that is the programming. Then you also have the LED button. Press this as many times as you want. There's 5 different variants of color, and it can also go multicolored if you want, or like the fading out colors. You'll have to test around with that. It's quite good. Moving on to the trigger stoppers now. There is actually 3 settings of trigger stoppers. So we have no trigger stoppers at all, which is just normal. We have a second setting, which is kind of like halfway. And then we have a third setting, which is basically like a click, which is really useful if you just want to get that accurate, fast shots in. It's really good. Sometimes I actually prefer the second setting because I don't like feeling it like a button. I want it to feel more like a trigger, but not too soft. So in the middle is just fine. But yeah, that is about everything I really like about this controller. Really good and sturdy. Really, overall, it's a pretty good controller. Okay, so guys, the things that I probably would say could maybe be improved a bit on this controller. This wire is probably the biggest thing. If you haven't noticed already, it has already got tangled up and it's just been sitting here. Like, it's a really long and thick wire, and I understand why they need it, but I feel like it could be made a little bit shorter. Since I play right next to my PC, I don't need this wire. It gets in the way, it annoys me, and it does always tangle up, so it's quite annoying. I don't know if it's just because I came from a wireless controller, but I'll have to get used to it, I guess. That is something I'd say they could be improved. Maybe you could get, it's shorter. But then again, you can just buy a shorter one if you really want. Another thing I could say that could be improved about this controller is actually the paddles. They are good, don't get me wrong, but to be honest, they're quite sometimes hard to press. Definitely harder than comparing it to my Xbox Elite controller. These pedals are very easy to click with my fingers. Unlike this one, The paddles are more, I mean, they're literally engraved in the controller, so you have to really press your fingers down to access them. Still good controller overall, but, you know, they are just things that I would, you know, improve. But honestly, for a £35 controller off game, I really don't know where you could be going wrong. You want a cheap, good controller, I would definitely advise getting this. So guys, overall, in conclusion, I would say this controller is very good if you want to buy paddles, but you don't want to spend too much money. Because this controller, it did last me a long time. It was £100, okay? It was definitely worth the money, but if you don't have that sort of money, I would definitely recommend buying a Spectra A wired controller. It is overall, you know, good for a beginner, especially if you do want to have paddles, because I understand if you don't want to play claw, paddles are a different way out. Very useful. Yeah, I really like the LEDs as well. It is just very nice having a nice globe controller. Quite cool, if you ask me. I also like the smooth touch of the controller. I mean, it's not much, but it just make it nice to feel and everything. It has nice grip to it. It's a really nice controller overall, and I would recommend it for a beginner. If you maybe want to be more advanced, use more paddles, then obviously, you know, a better controller, you'd have to spend more money, or you could just play claw. But yeah, if you're a beginner, this is perfect for you. I would totally recommend it. Okay, so now we're just going to be getting into some gameplay. I hope you enjoy.